Hey everybody, this is Perch. Here's mail. Everybody's trying to make DC money these days, so I guess that's good. Man, I again go back to it'd be really nice if the leaders at DC were trying to make money and maybe they are. Maybe they're all secretly in a room somewhere, constantly thinking about how to make money. But when I hear lots and lots and lots and lots of stories of people at DC like not getting back to other people and emails going unread, or even unread. I don't know, maybe I'm revealing somebody's secrets, but I know that there's a bunch of comic creators who are now sending money. Sorry, not sending money, sending email to the companies with read receipts, and and are horrified to discover that sometimes like 2 weeks will go by before basic answers come in. It's like, yeah, what are people doing all day? Like I don't know. I'm one of those personality types, by the way, with work mail, I go to sleep at night zeroing out my inbox, meaning I get the mails in my inbox down to zero. I've read, replied, deleted, or filed everything in my inbox. Now, certainly not my personal life, certainly not with comics. That is a fucking disaster. But with when I do consulting work, when I do work, I go to zero every day, and it sucks, but that's my style. So that is not the case at Marvel and DC. This bill has an idea, and I think it's one I've talked about before, but I totally agree with it. It says, "Hey Perch, I think it's very safe to say that DC are struggling in live action." Yes, I think that is safe to say. I don't think that bursts anyone's bubble to say. I'm sure there will be some people who disagree. By the way, they're doing these funeral screenings of Batgirl at Warner in the lot, and it's like, it really feels like, and maybe this is just me, but the Snyder Cut stuff, release the Snyder Cut, and this kind of homegrown petition to get the Snyder Cut out, it feels like that kind of fucked things up a little bit, because now you see all these weird little Hollywood efforts. See, these people are like, we're going to show a funeral screen, and people are like dressed up in black to watch this movie. It's like, what are you hoping for? That like you get enough attention that Warner's like, I guess we got to release it now. I don't know. It just feels manipulative. It doesn't feel like a celebration, particularly when people who are going to the funeral screenings are leaking that they're going to the funeral screenings to the media, along with stories about people are misogynist in Warner and not like. I mean, it all feels very manipulative. Anyway, sorry. Back to the mail. It says, but DC has always had a very well received success in animation. I don't know about very well received, but well received, sure. If movies like Toy Story and Shrek can make a lot of money, why can't their animated movies? Well, the key with Shrek is that you got to have Smash Mouth doing your soundtrack. That's clearly why they made so much money. Anyway, so they put a little marketing behind them, and maybe got some big name actors to do voices. They could get up to Toy Story box office numbers. Yeah, maybe. Yes, I know Super Pets is a thing, but I'm not sure I've started with those characters at an animation style, though. But is it doable? So this is one of those areas that really drives me crazy, and it does irritate me because, yes, it's doable. It'd be super easy, barely an inconvenience, but still, they don't do it. And if you're DC right now, the smartest fucking thing you could do is figure out a good style, not not the old Batman cartoon style. You want a little bit more realistic than that, and you don't need to go all Toy Story, the expense of Pixar, but get some good voice actors, not celebrities necessarily. You don't need to like go out there and pick, let's get Harry Styles to be Batman. I don't know what, but anyway, yikes. But get some voice actors. Maybe go to people who do the voice actors for video games. Was it Ryan North? Right? Does he in charge? Is that Ryan North, or is that the porn star? I can never remember. Anyway, but get some good, solid voice actors, and take Crisis on Infinite Earths and sink some good money into making a really good version of it. And don't cram it all into one 2-hour movie, and don't do a weird thing where you just change the movie for no apparent reason like they did in Killing Joke. Like get that relationship going with Barbara. But just make a pretty much scene by scene recreation of the comic with some good voice talent and solid animation, which if you're, in the spirit of screwing creators, you could go, into go into Asia, Find somebody who will do animation for you, like they do. Well, I mean, here's the thing you do. Look at My Hero Academia, and you've got a manga there, and you have the cartoon, and the cartoon holds pretty good standards. The anime holds pretty decent animation. I mean, no complaining. If you started doing a DC series with the style and quality of My Hero Academia animation, people will be happy. Like, that'd be great. Get some voice actors and just put out do 4 comics. Do a Batman, Superman, and a Wonder Woman or Flash or Green Lantern or something, and one event series, and just do it season by season, and just take the stories and copy it. Put it out there. Do Batman Hush. The problem with DC's animation is they take like Hush, and then they condense it into a 90-minute movie, and the animation's not great. It's okay, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It feels very generic. It doesn't have a style to it. But just do that. Just do the recreation of these things, and don't change the story around. If it's 12 issues, do an episode, and again, your model is what they do with manga anime, and put that out. And I mean, it's not free animation, especially if you get higher quality animation. It's going to cost you some money. But if One Piece and Demon Slayer and One Punch Man and My Hero Academia and shows like that can make it work, Promise Neverland, you can too. And maybe you're going to have the comics, the translation have more of an anime style if that's what it takes. But that's what you should do, and put that stuff out there, and I guarantee you it will make money, probably a decent amount of money. That's the secret. I think if I'm DC and I'm the animation or the film department, I'm trying to get stuff out. Try and get some big streaming by the way, don't limit yourself to HBO. This is an area where put some money into it, do a story, have a little season, sell it off to Amazon or Netflix. One of them will buy it. They will pay for it, and it's a good model. And then ease yourself back into live action. That's what I would do. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be, you can build up a nice little platform and a franchise for this kind of stuff. It's way easier to adapt to comics. And plus, this is again where don't overthink it. Do what manga and anime does. Just adapt the comic almost shot by shot, scene by scene. That's what you should do. This will be much easier in scripts and production, everything else. I mean, hell, if you want to, take an attempt at it, go to a couple animation studios in Asia, go to 3 or 4 and do a bake-off. Basically say, you can win the business for several seasons, several years of our animation, but we want you to produce 2 episodes. Go. Do it like they did in Super Crooks. Super Crooks on Netflix was relatively cheap to produce, from what I understand. Do that. And I guarantee you it will be, it's the trick is that people in the U.S. always outthink it, and they go, nobody will take a cartoon seriously. And my counter to that is, I don't know, people seem to be taking anime pretty seriously. It's doing well. Pixar has done well. I think you've got it wrong. I think it's a good idea, and that's what DC should do. So thank you for helping make DC money. I'm sure they appreciate it, because they will absolutely listen to my ideas and run with it, because they like money too. Sure. Anyway, do this, DC. It's easy. It's right there for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, of course, and thanks for listening.